one and all, to the best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is on YouTube and anywhere else. That is We Talk Combats, where we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. I am 1/4 of your host. I go by the name of King if you don't already know. I am joined by my fellow co-hosts, so I'll go around and introduce them one by one. What's up, babe? Queen, how are you today? Hold up. I got you muted. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I'm doing excellent. It's a beautiful Sunday here at We Talk Combats. We talking combats, and this week we got to whoop that trick. But how are you, babe?
I'm wonderful, babe. Thank you for asking. And next up, let's go to Travis, aka Julio. How you feeling today, bro? Are you ready to talk some combat sports entertainment?
Bro, hand. Yes, sir. There it is.
I knew you was gonna do that nonsense. All right. Lastly, we got my guy BA in the house. BA, bro, how are you today? You ready to talk combat sports? I think I muted you back. Hold on, BA. Go ahead, you're muted now, bro.
No, I'm just saying I'm feeling real liberated right now, like I'm from Venezuela or something. Let's go.
All right, John. Well, if you're new to the channel, do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button somewhere near BA's left shoulder. Also, hit the like button and notification bell. I'm going to remind you the entire day. We appreciate you joining us here. We normally do this on Sunday afternoons around 3 p.m. or so, but we are color folks, so sometimes it fluctuates. And sometimes we do shows right after the events on Saturdays and all. So just hit the notification bell so you're always in tune when we do that type of stuff. Also, follow all our socials and all under our names and in the description and all. We have showings and watch parties, watch alongs in Discord. So definitely join the Discord. The only obligation to be a member of the Discord is that you are a subscriber here on the channel. So do that. If you're interested, also at the end of the show, I guess is one of the last things I'll say. We have an interactive question and comment moment where you can hit us up with a @ WTC, so we know you're talking to us and not another member of the Glow Yard. Hit us up with a question and comment. We'll make sure to get back to you as long as it's respectful. We're very big on respect over here. We appreciate you guys for helping us out. And lastly, before we move on, follow us on We Talk Combat Clips as well, where we have condensed versions of the show throughout the week. I drop shorts over there of the shows of the show that we did on Sunday. So if you're interested in, just shorter versions, shorter topics, or don't want to, what is that, TDLR? TLDR, sorry. Then yeah, you can go over
Too
there.
long, didn't read.
Yeah, too long, didn't read. You can go over there to the Clips channel. Check us out over there. But normally we do highs and lows around here where we don't really do a review of the show. We just give out simple highs and lows of the week, give a letter grade. After that, if we have any wrestling tea, we go to the wrestling tea. And after that, we get to the questions and comments. So I guess we start the show. Welcome aboard, and let's do this. Another week of WWE product, y'all. WWE and TNA product as well, as we do mainly talk about WWE and TNA as they have their partnership going on for another 2 years. I think it's until 2028 now, so we'll be dealing with TNA as long as WWE does as well. I at least appreciate the partnership. But firstly, we'll start with Raw. Highlight of Raw, main thing for myself was Braun Breaker having his promo with CM Punk. Definitely got some things to say about that one. Next, NXT. My guy at least, Ricky Saints. I know Travis hates. He's a hater. Defeated Javon Evans in the main event over there, the young OG. TNA announced that instead of their Genesis pay-per-view, I think there's still pay-per-views over there, they're going to be having their TNA World Championship match between Frank Kazarian and Mike Santana on their premiere show on AMC, which starts on January 15th at 9 p.m. So that should be interesting, and we should be able to show that in our watch party on Discord as well. Get back to us on that one. But Friday night SmackDown, Mr. Randy Orton returned. The Viper himself came out there, had a special segment with The Miz and all, tried to build a Miz KO. We'll get into that as well. And the other things as well is too, but I'll save more of that, the topic of the whole show, for more of the tea, I want to say, as far as some questions I had for the panel. But overall, guys, I'll start with you, babe. What were your highs and lows of this week's WWE product? And what's your overall let it grade?
So maybe I'm being pleasantly optimistic, but this wasn't a bad week of wrestling. Um, Braun Breaker definitely showed his weakness doing his promo with CM Punk. I believe that you brought attention to the fact that his hand is shaking on the mic the whole time that he's trying to throw his promo out there. But I think the thing that we forget too as well is that even though he's a Steiner, the Steiners weren't exactly they had a lot of personality, but they weren't known as like winners or anything, as far as in WWE. It was more about their personality and their braggadociousness. So I'm wondering if he's going to lean more into that or if he really is going to try and tailor himself as a winner or if they're going to groom him to be. So we'll see. That's to be continued. Let's see, what else do we have going on this week? I don't want to talk too much about like the main point because obviously if you are seeing the title of this episode, then you know what we're going to probably be talking about. But yeah, overall, most of the matches and stuff were watchable. I mean, we saw like I think Chelsea Green this week pop up. We saw a lot of people from the other brands kind of do their little show ups. And like we see on the screen, if you're a podcast listener, we had our man Randy come back and I was excited as always to see Randy. Randy actually looked good. I feel like physically he actually looks a little bit more by and doing a bunch of like promo tours for WWE. So he wasn't around for John Cena's last match, which was surprising. But it was nice to have him back. He got a nice little pop from the crowd. Everybody was excited to see him. Everybody was singing his theme. Like it was just nice to see him back. And then he came in and ended the Miz real quick. Miz was running his own promo basically about how he should have been the guy to be able to push out John Cena and that he's been there for the brand and he's been there at the highs and the lows and yada 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 yada. We had Sami Zayn run a promo, which was rudely interrupted by our guy. But as I said, we'll go more into that in details because I have a lot to say on that. It was a great promo. It was a great entrance as well from him. But as I said, the week wasn't actually bad though. That's why I don't have a lot of like real complaints. Like the most complaints that I would have are that we saw the same situation we saw during that 8-woman tag match, basically. We saw the same ladies in there with the inclusion of Lash Legend, but it was kind of like the same match that we just saw a few weeks ago. So, unfortunately, I would say that the women actually were probably the weaker part of this week, which is funny because the women are usually like the stronger parts of the week for me, in terms of their athleticism and their storylines. I didn't see TNA, but I am sad to hear about Javon. That's our guy over here. We love that boy. He bouncy. But
You mean
Ricky
NXT,
Saints
right,
is
babe?
also NXT. Sorry, I mix
Yeah.
them up because
Mhm.
as I said before on the show, I don't really watch those as much. So they all the NXT and TNA to me are all like one show. But I do recognize that they are two different shows. But Ricky Saints, Ricky Saints. It's gonna be kind of sad for him because he's not gonna have as many people in terms of built storylines with. They're gonna have to build a lot of new storylines for him because a lot of his people are, they moved up, they graduated, which is great to hear. Like, we know Oba, we didn't put this on the show, but I know Oba as well was doing like background promotion for himself, being like, which brand do I choose, so on and so forth as well. That's actually what I really liked about this whole situation is that there was a lot of not on the show promotion for what was going on. There was a lot of stuff on YouTube for it, on the people's individual Instagrams, even including Lash Legends, as well as just some of the smaller people as well, of just kind of really engaging in this week's promotions on all the brands. Like, so I feel like this week, I feel weird saying it was a strong week because as I said, I don't really have a whole lot of complaints. Damn it. Most of the thing I really want to talk about is what we're saving for the topic of the show. So I think I'm going to just move on and pass the mic to Travis. But I do give this week I'm going to give it a B plus. It was almost an A. I almost wanted to give it an A. But, there's still just, I feel like the Brunson, his thing is like kind of weak right now. And I feel like a lot of the other kind of sideline stories were slightly like weak, like including the Drew McIntyre. I'm not Drew McIntyre, the Damian Priest match. I thought that was lame as hell. Like, and I saw what he was trying to do. He was trying to give homages to past awesome matches that we've seen in the 90s and in the 80s, but it fell flat for me. And I really wanted to like it because I did think that it was a cool idea, but I can't take Damian Priest seriously. And as I said, I really hope that we can get more out of him in terms of not just his mic skills and his delivery, but I need him to not be like so much with a stick up the butt. Like he can be a dark character, but he comes off like he literally has a stick in his butt. So whenever he's like cutting his promos, they're really kind of stale. Like, and I feel like if other people said the exact same things that he did, they would come off better. But as I said, unfortunately, yeah, that was probably what brought the grade down for me this week. But passing the mic to Travis.
All right, maybe so. We starting off with a B minus, starting off strong this week. Travis, let's get to you, bro. What were your highs and lows of this week's WWE and TNA product, and what's your overall letter grade?
All right, so starting off with Raw, it just with the vision. I don't know what's going on with the vision. It just seems like to me that the strongest member in the division right now is actually the guy that's not wrestling in the division. In division, I'm sorry. It just seems like Paul Heyman is the better guy. It's everyone that's in the background in the division has no type of aura or anything like that. It's just like they're completely flatlined with the rest of the guys. Paul Heyman's the best in the division. I thought the Uso match, the tag team match, that was like the best match of Raw to me in its entirety. Now with these tag team championships as far as the women, I think next week will play a big part about the future. And what I mean by that is I hope whoever wins, let's just say for example, the Kabuki Warriors win. They need to break up Rio like as soon as possible. Like, don't put them back together. Don't let them tag. Like, just put the women back to where they were supposed to be as far as like who's going to fight who next, as far as like the remaining women on the roster. This Stephanie thing is pretty much the same thing still. It's getting boring. I feel as if she needs a new type of challenge, I guess, because it's just this Nikki Bella thing now is getting old. I guess now I would say like give Liv Morgan a shot at least, because it's basically the same. NXT. I hate that. I can't stand that Ricky Saints still. he's trash. Before OG get off the show, you need your lick back one good time. Now this speed championship thing, I don't know how Tavion Heights got this big push all of a sudden. Like I don't see it. Now I'm not a big fan of Lexus King. I think it's because of this week he probably didn't had all that stuff on his face as far as like that beige shade or whatever you want to. Those enhancements he has around his hairline and facial hair, that's pretty much trash. But we can't let that slide no more. Now JC Jane and Ken, what's that name? Kendra Gray. I thought I'm looking forward to that this coming week. Now with her tag team partner for what's her name? Brent Sinclair. That match was pretty decent. I love the the Joe Hendry performance. Booker T never changed, bro. Never changed. What else? I haven't seen the TNA this week. Now SmackDown, I enjoy SmackDown a whole lot. Of course, Randy's back. Randy don't look like he's been eating like tubs of Nutella this whole time, so he actually is back. He looks healthy. He's probably dropped some weight a little bit. Of course, we know who showed up. I had a small little nickname for because he came out in the all white, looking like Victor Sweets and the Four Brothers. And, Sami Zayn in the back, kind of looking like Bobby Mercer a little bit. Right before the Royal Rumble in the little ice pit or whatever. But it just seemed to me right now. Also, back to with the women. Jade got some interaction this week. She got a new competitor in Jordynne. I love the spots that was in the ambulance match. Just the Razor's Edge, off the top of the ambulance. No, I'm sorry. On the windshield of the ambulance.
Windshield.
And I'm thinking, with the glass of windshield, and I'm thinking about the
That
I
choke
don't know.
slam, the
Maybe
choke push,
that stiff Southpaw helmet. Yeah, that was
that
that
choke
was a
push.
It wasn't even a Southpaw habit choke slam. It was a choke push.
You talk about them,
Now,
you get on folks with that. You got on Cody for that frog splash. I was waiting for you to get
I know
on Damian Priest for that
that
push.
Yeah, I think what had
that
happened
push.
was, I think that they screwed up in that. I think what's his face lost his footing. I think that's what happened, so they had to change it. Because I definitely think he was going to try and choke slam
Another
him,
that I was
but
gonna
then
say
like I
too.
think dude was just too
Did you
close to
notice
age.
that he kind of struggled with that fireball a little bit? Like if you look at it real close, he's like,
I wasn't paying attention enough. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Alice had to bring his face closer to kind of like try to hide it a little bit.
Definitely botched it. Mm-hmm.
They definitely botched it, right? That's just like with going back with was that Ethan Page and that stiff frog splash he did on Moose. But we can't gloss over that. But this week so far, with everything going on, I'm gonna say the rest of our guy, but I'm giving it a B for this week.
All right, so
no plus, no matter, just a B.
Plain B. So
Mm-hmm.
B minus or B plus. Sorry, we got Julio giving it a B. All right, BA bro. What were your highs and lows of this week's product, and what's your overall letter grade?
All right. Well, starting off with Raw, the Vision and the Punk situation. Yeah, man, it's kind of clear that Braun, he's just not ready yet. And this has something to do with Cody as well. CM Punk has it when it comes to crowd and how to play off the crowd. Like that's what I'm used to champions doing, and they have a way to make the crowd go against you. So it's like you're not just talking to the person that you're talking against. You're talking to you're going against thousands, tens of thousands of people, and that's very intimidating. So you have to be able to overcome that, and then we'll see how good your pulse mic skills is or are from that situation. Well, Braun was shaking, and it was clear. So this is too much for him right now, and we'll see. He's still young, so he still has time to get better. But at least he has at least I wasn't as bad as I was last year, that kind of thing. So hopefully he builds off of this. But like I said, see, a Punk, he plays to the crowd. It's nothing for him. And that's what I don't see from Cody. So I know I'm jumping to SmackDown a little bit, but when Cody does his promos and stuff like that, he goes through and he says I'm QB1 and all this other stuff, but it's scripted. I'm reading off of what I had planned, and I don't deviate off of that whatsoever. And that's not what I want my champion to be. Especially not that championship belt. So, but that's just a slight diversion. But like I said, that it was mainly CM Punk doing what CM Punk does, and Braun, you need to catch up a little bit, a lot. The Stephanie match, I didn't care for this match. I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched it. And I was rooting for Raquel. I think a lot of us were rooting for Raquel. But we see what's going on here. It's not going to be. She's not going to be champion. It is what it is. I don't know why, but they just don't want her to be champion. Because this is a prime opportunity. She had Nikki come out and then the triple threat, and she still can't win. She's not going to win. At least no time soon. So that sucks for her. Go after the Intercontinental belt. There you go. That looks good. Just try that. But this ain't you. And like I said, it's definitely did nothing to me to be like, yo, wow, that's crazy. Like, yo, that's our champion. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't do anything. She doesn't do anything. She's a one-hit wonder for me, and it sucks because she wasn't like that at NXT. Like her whole moveset was legit. It's just the hype around that damn Devil's Kiss. Like, yo, I would just stop it. Like it's just stop it. Or let it
become
be
a heel. You become a heel when you stop doing it.
She has to do something, or else she's going to be typecast to that.
And let me interrupt one second before you move on, though, bro. Let me ask you this, because I saw it on a different podcast. I forget the name and all real quick, and I want to make sure I ask you this: if Stephanie Valkyrie, if she didn't have Pyro in our interest now, which they did, they introduced, what would her presentation be?
She got Pyro?
When she come, yeah, they do a little Pyro at the beginning of when she comes out and all that stuff. What does she do when she come out though? What is the
She's just a regular person
Okay.
with average music.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna just
Like
oppose
that
that.
right there.
She just
I'm
be
gonna flow
walking
off of
down
that
there.
with somebody else on SmackDown when I get to that. Shout out to Julia. So it's just like it's just nothingness, right? And what was even worse of her nothingness was the Kabuki Warriors in their promo. I don't understand you. I look, y'all try to set me on the anime thing, and I'm like, well, yeah, you know, they dubbing it and all that, and they're playing to that. I don't care. I sat there and listened to them go back and forth, and I'm like, I know Rhea's gonna come out, and I can't stand Rhea's music. But when I tell you, I couldn't wait for that, whatever that music is, I couldn't wait for it because I just wanted them to shut the hell up. And and it
This
finally
is my
came. I cheered.
brutality.
I cheered, bro. That was my first time cheering for her theme music because I couldn't wait for them to stop talking. It was bad, bro, and I think they lost me, right? So, you know, they had a little thing. It's nothing, but it was just like, yo, I can't do that. Another thing we can't do. All truth, dog. Just stop wrestling, dog. Just we don't need you to wrestle no more, dog. We get you. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your country thing, your rapping thing. You're doing a lot of stuff that's not wrestling, that's not WWE affiliated. So I don't want to see you other than like backstage. Make me chuckle, pause from time to time. That's all I need. I don't need you to see. I don't need to see you get destroyed by Gunther. And Gunther, are you going back for the title? CM Punk had to cross your path. You should be crossing his path. You were the champion. Like, we just want to forget all this. Like, do you not know that you was just like a champion a couple months ago? Like, reclaim your throne, my guy. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing from the Cena thing that you did? Okay, cool. You got the shirts now and all that. I still didn't get my promo that I wanted. Like, what's the next move for Gunther? Let me know because he's not telling me. I don't know what he's going to do now. So it's we're not heading into a good direction when it comes to this overall grade. And yet again, Rey Mysterio. Now look, I'm gonna say this. I like what they did with Rey Mysterio, and I poo-pooed it last week, and now it's like I see what they was doing. I can just picture Penta. Every time we seen Rey Mysterio for the last few weeks, it should have been Penta, but Penta got hurt, so they subbed in Rey, and then the Ray's backup being Penta would have been Penta's backup being Rey. Cool. Okay. All right. That was the sub that y'all did because now Penta's back and now he's wrestling again. I'm not even mad at it. I'm okay with that. We can rock with that. I'm gonna rock with Penta for a little bit. Yeah, and I think that was it for Raw. That's all I. Shout out to the Usos. Okay, y'all won. I was cheering. It was fun. That was an entertaining match. It was some heat to that match. The crowd was going crazy. Like, I'm cool. Now what? The whole thing is, where are we going? Right? Who's next? Who's in line? Don't tell me it's the goddamn New Day. I don't want them. Right? Like, I need. There's no other tag teams on Raw. I better not see no goddamn them fake Thors. What are they? Travis the War Raiders. I don't want to see none of them.
The War Raiders. They're
I
the
don't
War
want to.
Raiders.
I don't. They are warred out. I don't want to see them no more. Give me new talent so I can see them going against the Usos. I don't see them. Not on Raw. Let's switch to NXT. Just real quick, shout out to Joe Hendry. Shout out to Dark State. Like I said, I like Dark State. I like what they got going. So that was entertaining. Joe Hendry's entertaining. Um, and Ricky Saints. Yeah, we knew Ricky Saints was going to win that match. We knew that because Javon's on his way out of it. So you know you're going to catch some L's on your way out. So we're not necessarily worried about it. I agree with Queen. They're going to have to find some more talent. They're going to have to find some more talent quickly. They're going to have to make some talent. Sean, you got some work to do, homeboy, because your heavy hitters are gone. And I don't think you have a strong enough pipeline pause as it is right now. You got a lot of people that's in the works, but they're not here yet. So you're going to have to, or you might see people like Joe Hendry kind of doing both. Like, hey, I'm still chiming into NXT just to keep that transition going until somebody else takes that spot. But that was that for me. Let's move to SmackDown, man. This is what everybody was talking about, right? This is the highlight of the week. To start off with Miz, and I said this in the joint. for 15 minutes of the Miz talking was 10 minutes too long. I did not need that. Secondly, well, let's talk about it. Like, shout out to Trick. It's the same promo. Like, it's the same thing, and I'm tired. Say something different. So Randy comes out. Great, Randy, cool. What do you do? I knew you was gonna RKO his ass. We knew that was coming. But at the end of the day, like, why waste that spot on Miz? You should have showed up with Drew because you said you made your intentions clear. I'm coming after the title. Show up with Drew and Cody. RK, you had two of them ready, right? So RKO Drew, and then when Cody say, "Yo, thank you, cool, I appreciate you," RKO his ass. Like, this would have did that. Anybody else with a brain cell would have did that. So it's like, yo, Randy's back. We tired of seeing the face Randy. Randy is like an anti-hero, right? Like, he's like the anti-guy. Like, he can play both sides, the heel and the face, and still be cool. So he can have a rivalry with Cody. He can have a rivalry with Drew, but it's still just Randy. Like, that's who we want. That's who we're missing. And hey, man, I respect you. I'm coming after your belt, Cody. Get the hell. I don't care. I want the old Randy. Everybody wants the old Randy. I digress. Shout out to Melo. But look, I'm gonna tell you something, man. This US challenge, man, stop it. Please stop it. Because I'm already forgetting Sami Zayn when he did his, right? And Ilya is going to be a distant memory soon. So there's no fuse when I have an open challenge. I need fuse. Melo needs something to work with. So I understand you're probably trying to build up Johnny Gargano because his partner might not be there. He got his contract situation that he needs to take care of. So he might be doing a solo thing. He uses old music, his solo. So he might be changing his game up a little bit. So yeah, but that match was 30 minutes. It should have been 15. I don't need Carmelo to have a 30-minute match with Johnny. It could have been still a banger, but just condense it. I don't need 30 minutes of it. That's all I'm saying. Somebody else could have slid in that pause and had a moment in sense. It's too much, and I need storylines for him. I'm trying to see what else we got. Shout out to Matt Cardona with the woo woo woo, and then change his joint. I'm not mad at Matt. His wife is there, so he wants to be there, obviously. He did his indie thing. Shout out to the indie wrestlers, bro. Like, I know they got a tough schedule. They probably wrestling in cafeterias and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, yo, they putting in some work just so they can get, just they doing what they're doing to get money, right? So he got a spot. I don't like Michael Cole and the other dude, Corey Grace. What is his move? What's the name of it? What is he here for? Something clear. I don't like that. Well, he was this, and he was that. Nah, that's playing with his name like that. I don't like that. Like, you should have had a more understanding of what's going on so that we can. Your job as a commentator is to make things clear for the people that's not necessarily listening, or they don't understand, or they're just a little bit lost. Like, that's your job. So for you to be confused made us even more confused. And now I'm looking at Matt Cardona as being confused. He doesn't want that. Like, that's trash to me. That was low. I don't like that. Julia. Oh, Lord. So they got the belt off of Chelsea Green. What did they do to upgrade the U.S. title? I have no idea. They did absolutely nothing. So Julia is now the champion. But I realized with the other tags that was on there, right, early in the show, which was just an extension of War Games, but War Games supposed to be the end of it, but they still fight it. Okay. When I see Asuka, I see a villainous person. I get that. Right? That's the ensemble of Asuka. Kyrie is like the innocently devious person. I get that. EO is the chipper. Woo, look at me. Great fluid performer, though. We're not taking anything away from the game. But and I'm not saying that they all look kind of Japanese, whatever, but it's just she looks Japanese, right? And we talking about Julia, and she does nothing. She's like vanilla amongst everything. So she's not innocent like Kyrie. She's not wild like Asuka. She doesn't have the fluidity and the woo as EO. So what the hell are we cheering her for? What is she there for? So either you put her with them and then she can create something with them. If not, we're just looking at her as a stale person. That's why nobody likes Julia. That's why she doesn't get a pop. That whole match was dead. Why was it dead? Because we don't care about Julia.
There's no connection. They don't know who they're making her gravitate towards. She's the most passing white looking one of the ladies as far as all of them. So they don't know if they're gonna push her towards being a Japanese person or push her as far as that she's passive as far as being white. So yeah, I agree with you, bro.
And it's like first your manager shouldn't be more physically intimidating than you, right? When she got Shorty next to her, she's thicker, right? And I'm not even going sexual or nothing like it. She's more shapelier than her. So should I be afraid of her or you? Don't know. That's a whole different situation. I guess we're gonna say trick for trick. So I'm gonna say trick in that segment when we get to that segment because I got issues with that too. And I guess the last match. Jordynne Grace, real quick. Jordynne Grace. Now we were talking about how we need NXT talent here. You get her here on SmackDown. Her I guess her skill set isn't talking, right? That's not that she's not a champion on the mic. She's just not, right? She could talk. She's not like fluid like that. So why do you have her going around backstage talking? What you should have done with Jordynne is do what she does. She's a bodybuilder. She's a power lifter. She should have been working out with some of the girls in the back and then let Jay walk by and then they can have that same goddamn moment, but it's like it's way more easier. It's fluid, right? She's in her wheelhouse. Jay looks at her like, oh, so you think that you like you think you like a Greek goddess, huh? But no, this is mine. This is what I am. I am that bitch, so on and so forth. Like that's how you bring those two together. Not just talking. That's whack. I don't like that. And like I said, the last match was y'all said it best. Yeah, that was extreme botch on the fire on the pyro on that was trash. Because that pyro segment took Damien out for a while, and he just did it to Black, and then Black was just like he was still good. Like, what was that? Once again, Lola Vice. I keep tapping for her. Why isn't she in that spot where that Rhea came out? We didn't need Rhea. We did not need Rhea whatsoever. She could have came out with some type of medical instrument and just knocked Zelina out.
Oh, you wasn't cheering that time?
Say it again.
I said, oh, you weren't cheering that time? Like the last time?
No, I was not cheering that time. It was just a one time only. It was a one-time thing. So you know, so it was just like it was not needed for her. So but I get it, turn twins, but build somebody else up in small spots. That was a small spot for somebody else to take. And I said this in the chat, like, so what is the outcome of this? Like I said, where are we going? You had a 6-month feud. For anybody else that had a feud that's lasting long, what is the outcome? Is the outcome a championship match some kind of way? Well, I will hope so, or else it's just nothingness. So Damien won, and what is he going to get for it? Don't sign me up for no goddamn 6-month feud if I can't get a championship out of it. At least let me be in the running. So I have issues with that. And like I said, this whole Cody thing, like I said, I talked about it earlier when it came to the Raw. I don't like his promos. His promos is trash because he doesn't play to the crowd. And this Drew segment, could you pick something else other than a stock photo? Like, come on, bro. Like, Cody, you don't have more than one photo of you and your father, and you could have made a duplicate of it. So something that looks like, oh, damn, like he really went in this trailer and got that. No, man, you could get that shit off the internet, bro. Like, it wasn't nothing special about that photo. It was damn near Photoshop. Like, it was nothing special about that. And then he lit it on fire, and now Mr. Cody with the suspenders supposed to be, oh my God, I'm livid. Chelsea Green earlier just said, I'm not fighting because it's too cold. And Nick was like, I'm going to go ahead and take that belt from me if you don't fight. But you got this guy and you holding him back. Let him fight so he can lose his title. Why are you holding him back? Go ahead, bro. It's your turn. Oh, this is a D for me. Pause. Dud. D for dud.
All right. So we have a B plus, right? A B and a
Mm-hmm.
D for dud. All right.
It was supposed to be special.
I'm gonna go. Start from the beginning. You know, I'm gonna give my grade first. I'm gonna give this week's. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a C plus. I'm gonna give it a C plus. Um, I wanted to find a way to give it a B like Queen and Travis and them said, because obviously my guy and all that. But there was a lot of other stuff that I just didn't rock with. People keep saying they love Raw and all this, and that SmackDown been weak and all that. And I got you. But the past couple of weeks of SmackDown been okay. Probably since they did the whole Oba thing. They had one in between that was trash. But SmackDown, I feel like been the better of the two shows, in my opinion. Raw, this whole building this Braun Breaker up, man, to be this dude is just it's inevitable. You feel me? That it's not gonna work. That's how I feel. And I'm like, bro, I'm watching. I'm like, this dude, like you said, shaking. I talk about the shaking of the hands. That's crazy. It's not like to knock him. He's a young guy and all, but they're forcing him. Like, that's the issue with the company. Like, bro, why are you putting him in this position? Kind of like Jey Uso dealing with, looking like he drunk in the ring or drinking backstage. Because you guys are forcing putting the rock on his back like you did on Unreal when he's like, I'm not ready for that yet. And you're just saying, go ahead and do it. Because I don't get it, man. But yeah, Punk, that wasn't even his greatest like promo or nothing like that, but he held it down for him. Cheap pops for Braun Breaker when you can't get the attention of the crowd, so you got to start cursing. We know how that works. When you just got to start calling people without their name and all this, be like, ooh, he called him a curse word and all that, because you can't get. I'll get into another promo that we saw where wasn't one curse word used, but he stole the whole thing as a come up and all that. But that's a different conversation. Like you said, Raquel didn't win the championship. Usos won. Who cares? I seen your boy the Hardys pitching now to them versus the what is it? New Day versus the Usos. I'm like, please don't.
We're
Let's
like
not
15
do this.
years too late for that.
We at a point now. I'm just like in NBA, bro. I'm ready for all these old dudes to retire now. I'm getting to that point. It's about time they can all just leave. Gunther, like you said, I wish he would have retired R-Truth. He should have like held on to the sleeper hold and like just like ended his career at that moment. I was like, please. When I heard that Gunther and they was about to, I was like, yes. And I thought that was going to be the retirement. I thought we about to finally get it and it was going to be over. I was like, just end this career, bro. I'm tired of R-Truth. I feel like a certain way that I was like championing for him and all, but I told you. So it is what it is. R-Truth, do your thing, man. But like, we don't need you on TV. What else? Anything else happened on Raw? That's about it. I don't feel like there was anything else. Nikki Bella, I don't care. Stephanie Vacquier, I don't care. Supposedly they have bigger plans for her as well, BA. For Stephanie still. I don't know why. Again, Triple H with the blonde is on, just saying. We're going to just rock and roll with this. It's like, why? What's going to change? But he doing what he doing. Keep it moving. NXT. Didn't care. Only match I really caught was the main event. I got Ricky and all. Caught the dub. I knew that was going to happen, though. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't think anything else. Travis was talking about like wasn't it Brian Pillman's son and all that. I didn't even remember him being on there. Like I wasn't even paying attention to this like that. So I don't care. TNA, I'm sorry. TNA. Like you say, they need more guys, bro. The big dogs are gone. The big three we talk about, all that stuff about to be gone. We know what's about to happen, and none of those.
I know exactly.
TNA though, I'm interested. I'm gonna watch this. Obviously, the first show. See, this is basically going to decide if I keep watching TNA or not. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This will probably decide it. This episode on January 15th with no coming to AMC and all of that, and being on TV. I'm gonna see how they handle business and all, having the platform and all again. If this is trash, I almost cursed it right there. But if this is trash, and we do some, I don't know what they're gonna do. But I'm gonna watch the first one. We'll see from there. And if not, I may just be off the TNA train, just in general. We'll see with that one. SmackDown, shout out to my guy Randy returning. For what? Who knows? But yeah, he's back. He's been away for months and all of that. Why was he away for months? We don't know. None of these answers, but they just throw stuff together. But they allegedly have writers. Miz, you can retire, bro. I understand you doing it, you're hyping everybody up, but I'm tired of it. Like you said, B, same thing over and over and over again, bro. You're just comic relief that's just out there yelling for no reason, whining. Just, I don't know. I'm so done with you. Matt Cardona, I don't care. I wasn't the biggest Zack Ryder fan either. Everybody acting like people act like these people put him on pedestals and all. Like, I'm like, bro, he was Zack Ryder, yo. Like, come on. Like, I did like the little internet thing and all that. He was doing his little show and all that was cool. Was before it was even popular. Or, like, social media was huge. I understand that, but like, let's not like this dude was trash on the mic. When he was Zack Ryder, like he wasn't believable. He's out there getting thrown around by Kane and all with a neck brace on. That's chill. Mid Carter at best. He's just gonna be more probably enhancement. Do like I'm not even trying not.
It's a SmackDown version of LA Knight.
LA Knight better than Zack Ryder, bro. That's how I feel like. LA Knight got more presence and all that. That ain't Zack Ryder, bro. Like Zack Ryder.
Oh, we're not gonna do that, bro.
Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder don't look like he like. So my thing with LA Knight, Travis. I'm on your side. LA Knight look like they portray him as a big guy. Like he got a little bit of toughness in him. He played like a between The Rock and Steve Austin. Now I'm not really believing that, but he still played that. Zack Ryder look like he just lost in the tournament in his first match, bro. Like, let's not forget about when they brought him back for that whole pop and all his what's his name's
that was Zack Ryder.
I'm sorry, that was Zack Ryder being done.
It wasn't.
Now he's back as Matt Cardona.
Get
the hell out of here with this dude. I don't care about that guy. I'm glad he's back for the folks that do like him. Like I said, I'm for the folks that do enjoy him and all, like his show. Hope you do the longer. What is it? The Z Island. What was it, Travis? The show he used to do. Like it was like VH1.
The Z True Long Island Story.
Long Island Story,
like the E Hollywood, Z.
Yeah, like it was. That's what I'm saying. He brings stuff like that back. I'm fine with it, but I'm over seeing him wrestle already, bro. Like I don't need to see him again. I don't need. He only got the old music no more and all that. He can be gone. Shout out to him getting his job back with Chelsea Green, though. Chelsea probably had something to do with that. So shout out to her. Chelsea lost the championship again.
She lost the belt for it.
What new feuds have we created? This belt has hot potato between two people. Bro. Like, what the hell is going on with this U.S. championship? So, will it be finally defended on a PLE? Y'all think it's going to be defended on Royal Rumble? Anybody? All righty then. So, there's no reason to even talk about it. I was getting mad at the Sami Zayn promo. I was like, damn, bro, the Sami Zayn again and all that stuff, doing the same Sami Zayn shit. I'm getting mad because I'm like, bro, it's getting closer to the season. This damn dude, bro, like, I don't want to. Please don't get this guy this. I don't want it, but then shout out to my guy Trick and all. Get more to that later on. Melo won his match, like you say, stop that U.S. challenge. It was awesome. It's going to bring great. It's not hard to get great matches out of these people. They're great athletes. You're going to get that. Just set them up, but you got to build storylines. Make a reason for us to believe in them and actually remember their championship reigns. Like you said, Cena had it. His championship reign was legendary because Cena was already a top of the line, won the title like 12 times guy by the time he had been the U.S. champion. So it's like Cena is the U.S. champion. He's trying to make the U.S. championship as valuable as the heavyweight championship. These other dudes ain't been there yet, so it don't make sense to do that with them. Like, you got to stop this. And it's lazy. That's what you want to say, BA. It's a lazy way to get a pop. It's like, okay, they'll enjoy this and say the match is great, but it's like, but what does that really create? Nothing. Now we're just going to pass it to the next guy when we get a new entrance. Somebody going to debut again and like, oh, you know what to do. Throw him in there in the U.S. championship and give him the belt, and then he can keep doing it. So I don't bangs with that. Like I said, I want them to change that. Other ambulance match went on way too long. Like you said, I'm glad them dudes done. I'm not a fan of neither one of those. I don't know where they go from here. Like, they just ended the feud as the main event. Who's going to be the next opponent for either one of them? None of us know. It doesn't even matter. They just going to be probably shown again at the Royal Rumble. That's right. Next time we see these dudes. So, and then we'll go to some other feud and all that. We know how that rocks. But I want to get off of this. Travis, that's a pause. Travis, you still there or you gone, bro? I'm going to give BA a job. All right, BA, bro. I'll go to you. What were our highs and lows brought to the people by?
The great people of Fanatics.
Hold up. Travis messed me up, though. Got it.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem them in your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Shout out to Fanatics as always. definitely, if you're interested in getting anything WWE related or just sports related in general, go over to Fanatics. I think they may actually do some boxing stuff now, as far as like replica things over there. But check out Fanatics. Use that QR code on the screen if you're looking at us on TV, or go to the link in the description if you are on your phone. But use that code to help the channel out. We appreciate it. Before I go to the next segment as well, if you're still interested at WTC, let us know how you feel about any of the topics we talked about. Send us any questions, anything, as long as it's respectful. We'll get to you at the end of the show. But let's get to the wrestling too. All right, y'all. So this is kind of old news, this part right here. I'll put it on the screen. Peacock, as we knew, WWE was leaving Peacock. They officially left Peacock. I think it was on the 31st. Is that correct? The last day of the year. I think they officially left. And now their entire library now is on Netflix. So I know Travis really wanted to speak on this one. Travis, what do you think about that?
I wasted my money. That's all I really had to say. I could have just been. They could have just been had this on Netflix. Had Netflix. That they would be straight.
You said shout out to Bobby.
Now it's been, huh?
You said shout out to Bobby. You should have been a part of the Pirates in the Caribbean.
Yeah, I guess so. Basing that, what's that? That $10.99 for nothing. Man,
Bruh. Yeah, I mean that was the main thing that was holding down Peacock. But go ahead, Bia.
This is a great day. Why? Because I finally get to see the 2004 Royal Rumble because we're in Royal Rumble season.
Oh man!
And those that don't know who won that match, it was a certain individual that they try to ban. He's back. That's all I'm saying.
You said a certain Canadian that also cripples.
Certain Canadian, that had messed up teeth.
Canadian crippler, man. But all right, let's get to the topic of the show though, y'all. They've been waiting long enough. This guy right here. We had a show before a couple weeks ago, asking everybody if Trick was the savior of the WWE, and I had a lot of I guess takes and points that I talked about on that show, but everybody else did as well. He showed up Friday looking like $1 million, all white, all white in his debut. Sami Zayn interrupted Sami Zayn in his first segment, as far as I guess an in-ring segment, because he had a segment with Cody, but I'll get to that in a second. And next week in Berlin, I'm actually worried about this though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got to see. But them being in Berlin in his first match in Berlin, I don't know how I feel about that. But he's going to be going against Rey Fenix next week in his first match, or this upcoming Friday, actually, in his first match in Berlin. Let me see. Let me add some more stuff as well, guys. I had some more pictures, but I couldn't put them on there for right now. So let me go now. See, is that it? Okay. Also, with his come up, shout out to my guy Swerve over in AEW. A lot of guys call him like the yin and yang of the two organizations, like kind of like Booker T and The Rock were back in the day. But right after Trick made his debut, he sent out the hashtag "Whoop That Trick" in a tweet, which I thought was pretty awesome. Black love, black support. Also, let's see, show the stuff that was happening. So let's basically show what's happened so far. He showed up first on SmackDown, talking to Cody and letting them know, shout out to Sports Keita for this. If Nick makes the right decision, Nick Aldis, you better be holding the title real tight. So as far as I thought, establish him as a main event guy already. Then let's see on Raw. I'm sorry. On SmackDown again, I'm sorry, the following week, which was just 2 days ago. He was in the ring with Sami Zayn and told him, "You and me ain't nothing alike. We are not the same. Jeez, it ain't going to take me 20 years to get an opportunity." And he said, "Damn, Sami, he's coming for the world championship." So that was that statement. Let me see if I can add any more. I think I had a couple more things to show real quick. Shout out to Lash. So the first thing is basically about the questions I have for you guys is first about how do you feel about Trick? Do you still feel the same that we said last time about his status, what he can be, what he will be, and all that stuff based off his first basically introduction? But my second question to you is based off of this, Lash Legend tweeted, WWE put out a tweet saying is Trick Williams the future of WWE. She retweeted and quoted and said undeniably so. And I ask you guys, will they do the right thing and make Trick Williams and Lash Legend the next and the first, I guess, power couple? Charmel, that's not the same. She's managing and all. Well, they make them the first power couple, black power couple in the WWE. So basically, open floor. Go around the room and all. What do you guys think? Don't all speak at once.
Well, I really hope so. For many reasons. Obviously, like Trick on his own. Yeah, sorry, I jumped in. Like I usually try and jump in as
No, you
quick as
good.
I can
You
because I
good.
know
Go
y'all
ahead.
gonna
Do
go
what you
on
do.
longer than I am.
Yes,
You're
sir.
good. You're
But
good. The
like
flow's
with
open.
Trick got the three things that we want. He got the body, he got the mic skills, and he at least has the skill set in terms of being able to perform in the ring. Like so he's a high commodity. Like he said it himself, like at the end he talking shit. But the shit he talking is real. Like he really is like if you can go on his YouTube and shit, you can go through his own point of view of his career, like not just when he was in the NFL and he was trying to get the XFL and all that other stuff. You can see that he's obviously been grooming himself for a while and taking a lot of the compliments that other people have given him and taking little parts of different wrestlers and making him into his own wrestler. He's a little bit of The Rock. He's a little bit of Stone Cold. He a little bit, he a little bit of Seth Rollins. You know what I mean? Like he's what Seth Rollins thinks he looked like in the mirror. Like when Seth Rollins look in the mirror, he think he see Trick Williams. He looking back. And also with Lash Legend, she on her own is not just a big, like in terms of size woman, but she's big and well shaped. I noticed that Nia Jax is starting to get her shit together now, being with Lash Legend. Like she's looking better. Their outfits complement each other. Like it's a lot of things where it's organic. Like the WWE don't really got to do much. They already got it. Like that, even with their engagement pictures, they're in coordinated outfits. You know what I mean? They already got the shit down. Just give them this time to have a storyline. But I think that them together, are going to be phenomenal in terms of like having the his and hers. You know what I mean? Like they want that to be Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, but don't nobody want to look like Becky Lynch. And nobody want to be Becky Lynch. Like no offense, like nobody want to be her. Whereas with Lash Legend, she a big woman, but she like a stallion. Like so, she's gonna bring a lot of confidence to bigger, taller, more voluptuous women that usually don't feel like they have any sort of representation in sports. Because in sports, the idea is that you're supposed to have a six pack like Jade and arms like Bianca Belair, and legs like that Jordan Grace lady, that bodybuilding lady, that little. I was gonna say something offensive, the Oompa Loompa lady. But Lash Legend definitely is a breath of fresh air in terms of her physique, but also she good on the mic. She is a sassy character. So as I said, like I loved watching his promo. He did his promo pretty much botchless. Like there's little things you can pick off, but he didn't actually ever drop the ball. Like it was like, oh, okay, you almost caught yourself there. Oh, okay. Nah, he like killed that promo, and especially like the first impressions matter. Like this is his first impression in terms of being in the ring and doing a promo, and he killed it. And the way that the crowd was ready for him, like they were all whooping that Trick. Like there's a guy in the front that King pointed out where you see him just kind of chilling, looking at the stuff. Sami Zayn's talking, and then he turns around. It's like, oh my God, whoa, that Trick. Like the fact that you didn't, and we saw somebody that said that all that was being pumped into the arena. And then we looked at another point of view of somebody in the crowd, and no, all that was organic, baby. Like all that was real. Like we were watching
We
all
know
that
they
just
are.
come together perfectly.
Mhm.
Like it was really like chef's kiss. Like I'm happy for Trick, and also I'm happy that he was able to go against Sammy, since we know Sammy is kind of like the love child. Like everybody loves him. Like he's what they want to be, the underdog. And sometimes I wanted to make it okay that we can root for the better one though. You don't always got to root for the underdog. Like Trick came in there, he said, "Hey, it's taking you 20 years to try and do this. I'm about to come in here and just do this like right now." Like, so as I said, I enjoyed everything about it. You can go back on our past episodes. We've been pushing the Trick agenda for a minute now, of just not only just his talent, but of just wanting him to come up because we feel like he can bring a breath of fresh air to a lot of the people over there. Plus, I'm also interested to see what's going to happen with Oba and Melo in terms of if he's going to have feuds with them or if he's going to become like, teammates with them. Shoot, I want a black staple. Like, I want it all. Like 2026, I want to go for it all. Like, I want Black History Month to be 12 months out of the year. Okay. Then I'm done. Moving on.
Fellas. That was a great point, Squint.
Trev, you got something?
I think he froze.
Yeah.
Oh no, he not froze. There you go.
I can
Jeez.
see the chick being the chick of the future. I can see it being a feature. Like if it comes down to the Royal Rumble, let's say for example, he was in the Rumble, he didn't make it, and since he's on SmackDown, say if a Raw superstar make it, and they're trying to figure out who's going to wrestle for the World Championship on WrestleMania, and they have like an elimination chamber match, he could potentially be one of those guys in the chamber. Now I'm not saying like right now he's going to win or anything, but like he's guaranteed to be one of those guys inside the chamber for sure. Besides, but as far as like the future and everything, because we still don't know about Braun Breaker, who they're trying to push. Oba didn't come up yet. Melo been there for a little while, but we really don't have that new guy yet. So he has a chance to come in and ruffle a few feathers. Turn 2026 upside down. Start off with a spark.
Go ahead, BA.
No, that was real. That was real.
Yeah, not hold it. I'm waiting for one of y'all to give me my credit as far as on the Discord and all that, though. But I'm gonna wait though.
I did say that you
called it right before it
entrance
started, right before the music started. Yeah, you called it.
That was crazy.
I'll give you your flowers on that.
I did give you that pause. But this is interesting, right? So to answer your question, and see the future is no question. Yeah, without a doubt. Him and others, they're it's gonna be a couple guys that's gonna be like the future. And I'm starting to wish that you said you want your credit. You was like put all these guys in a stable, and I was like, no, you need one person. No, that would have been tremendous. That would have been tremendous to see Trick, Javon, and Oba in one faction, and that would have been more dominant than the Shield ever was.
Yeah, but they couldn't do that. You already know, bro. That's what I talked to Queen about that.
I know.
You already know they wouldn't. That's too.
But
that's it. It's over.
This promotion, this promo with him and Sammy, this was interesting. Shout out to Sammy was the same old Sammy, and then when he brought up his kid, and he was like, Baba, why you ain't win no title? Like, where's your title? And then he proceeded to answer, and then his child was like, Baba, it's because you absolutely suck. That's why you're not a champion. And right, that's the part. I don't know if y'all heard that. That's what I heard, right? So I was like, so I think so just to see these two styles clash, right? That's what everyone's saying. But they didn't take advantage of this with Karrion Kross. And I'm bringing them up for a reason. Shout out to the Indies. But, if there's ever a heel turn for Sammy, it's right now. It's right now. He set us up with the same old Born promo. Same old stuff that we always hear. And Trick is so polarizing right here, right now. And I mentioned, like I said, everything comes together. I was talking about Randy and said Randy can go against a heel, he can go against a face, but he's the same old Randy. Trick is in that same, he's cut from that same mold. He can go against a heel, he can go against a face. It's still going to be the same old Trick Willie. So Sammy can jump sides and be the heel and still just kind of irk Trick. And then Trick will still win if they want to go that route, and Trick will still get the applause in a sense, right? So I'm not saying that it's happening. It's just like I don't see it just being as chocolate and vanilla as this seems to be. I think Sammy's going to flip up some kind of way. And it might start in Germany, right? You say he was worried about Germany. Well, on the outside looking in, Trick really should just come through, lay the SmackDown on Ray Phoenix, call it a day. Ray Phoenix should be with his brother anyway. And then we're like, okay, he might do it too much, pause. And then Sammy comes out and is that. But that's safe. That's so safe. That's so Triple H. That's so we've seen this multiple times with different people just plug and play at this point. Why not have Sammy come out a little bit earlier? Give Trick a low blow or something, pause, and then flip that up. That's bringing eyes. That's new. That's newness to this. Like, oh, Sammy's doing something that he doesn't usually do. But with that being said, Trick is the future, no doubt. Last Legend is also just if you have Jade and her physique, like Queen was saying, it is a work of art. Shout out to Jade. She puts in the work. Lash puts in work, but it's a different kind, right? It's a different level.
She's a natural stallion, bro. Shout out to Queen.
It's natural, right? And everything. And I'm not even saying like Jade's could be natural too, but it's just like
Jade is natural, but Jade worked on her. As you said earlier,
different.
pictures of Jade, she wasn't as big as she is. I think I don't think she's like a heavy lifter and all like all that. I think it's just Lash.
No, she's just extremely cut,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Lash, it's like, can I see her champion? Of course I can see her champion. Can I see Trick champion? Of course I can see them champion. So now they're champions. They could be champions somewhat together. If not, just fall out together, and then see what happens after that. So I see that. I'm for that. I'm with that. I'm actually getting to the point where I think Lash should change her move. I didn't say this earlier. I think Lash should change her boot, her shuffle kick that she does is so impactful. It reminds me of Tess, man. Tess had that boot, which was like,
that big boot. Yeah, he should have went all the way with Tess when he started doing the big boot, bro. I will say this to this day, bro.
It was Triple H, right?
Goodness,
so that's why.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see that move when she did that on EO, I was like, yo, that's it. That should have been it, right? So I think she should. I like her move. I like the last extension when she, curves you up into. That's a nice move too. But I'm just saying, just that quick, that's a high impact move. So shout out to Lash on that. She might develop a new thing for herself because she nails these girls. I'm not even gonna lie to you, pause. So so I'm getting along with it. But yes, King, you're 100% correct. This is the future. I think they can both win titles together. You can see that they're on a couples movement. These couples are together. So that's like the stamp of approval right there. You're seeing couples being couples. This might be something that Triple H is doing that, going against the mold, because Vince ain't never really kind of do it this like this. He would try to find a way to sexually exploit this some kind of way. That's what Vince would do. So, shout out to, I guess, small shout out to Triple H, probably more so Stephanie, behind him in a sense, saying, like, let's push this couple thing a little bit more. And they are it, man. And I can't wait for Colonia to step up and join the fray. So, yes, and yes.
All right. I'm gonna say real quick. This is my guy. I always tell y'all since I started watching NXT, y'all put me down. Like I didn't see a bunch of the earlier like face Trick.
I didn't.
So I know
a lot
of folks.
The Melo Trick thing either.
Yeah. So I know people were happy about that and all that stuff. And then even when Trick was the face by himself and he just was baby face, you feel what I'm saying? I didn't see a bunch of that. When I saw it, he was turning. When I first started NXT, you saw him start to crash out and be like, I want my title back and all that stuff, even though he's supposed to been still a face and all before he even got the title and changed to that. So I've seen this character right here develop, and I've been like, bro, this is that guy. Over Femi, his comparison, Brock Lesnar, though, he's gonna be an attraction. Undertaker, all that stuff. That should be the perfect goal for him. Javon Evans, I get scared. I talked to Travis before the show. I hope he's not like a Shelton Benjamin or so, because he's so athletic and so young that they use that as he's always showcased. A Kofi Kingston and all the way. He's always showcased, and it's like, but let him win. Nah, but he's always available, so he can do flips and all that type of stuff. But don't let him do it. I get worried like that with Javon. I told you, bro. Yes. Well, yes, we want him to be Jeff. That's what he should be. Yeah. But I was saying to Travis, usually, though, when you start young, you need to be in a tag team. Because if you start young and you taking all these L's, it's still hard. Generations change. Stuff changes. Why? You feel me? Like, there's going to be new wrestlers coming up, all that stuff. If we used to that character and you're going to try to stay that same character for all these years and take L's at the beginning, and he's going to have to change his character no matter what. If he's going to get older and then become that at some point, he can't just be this young OG bouncy and all that stuff. Or like I said, he would have to be in a tag team. Usually that's how you deal with that one. Put him in a tag team so they don't really have a character.
Leon,
and then they can get a character by then.
Highly talked about as well, joining him.
Yes. But if they come in WWE, he's still not in WWE yet. He about to, I think he's going to win the NXT championship. I told you that before. I think he's about to win on Tuesday. and I think they may introduce Oba after if Braun Breaker wins on Monday, then what's his name? Oba loses on Tuesday, and then Oba shows up on that following Monday when Braun Breaker is the champion already. That's Braun Breaker's. I mean, that's Oba introduction to the game or whatever like that. Not saying gonna go straight against Braun Breaker. He may say I'll be in a Royal Rumble, I'm coming for the title and all that stuff. But that's his introduction that way. I think Leon Slater gonna be the TNA guy that wins the WWE belt, but the NXT belt don't matter for anything, so it ain't gonna really matter. But it's still gonna be awesome that somebody else from a different organization won the NXT belt. But going back to Trick though, it's my guy, bro. I think I told you I don't think Triple H can deny him. I've been telling folks that all the time that they don't understand. There are certain folks you just can't deny them, even like a Rock and all that stuff. And they compare them, and people were saying, "Well, he's not like a Rock and all that stuff." I think I told you that before, BA. I'm like, bro, this dude kind of like the Rock. And he's like, no, I don't want to go that far. And I know you always tell me that it was just fall back. You're going too far and all that. And I'm like, bro, I see this. You just don't see it yet with how I be feeling at times. Other folks as well. Like, you just don't see it yet. Like, it's happening, but y'all don't see it. So I said, bro, his entrance, he already got it. He's over. Like, he's already one of the most over guys on the main roster already. He just came up on his debut. That's ridiculous. I saw him before. The Rock, when The Rock first started, when The Rock was Rocky Maivia, he didn't have the same confidence and swagger as Trick Williams right now.
No.
He had to go to the Nation and all that stuff. Then, as far as Rocky Maivia, and then people try to connect him to Booker T to, like, bring him down some, like he's a mixture. But Booker T didn't talk like Trick Williams, y'all. Like, just because he has locks, I know he do some of his moves and all that because he helped him out in NXT, and he do the little ad lib and all. His demeanor on his promo game is not like Booker T's. It ain't we coming for you, nigga, and all that stuff. That ain't Trick Williams' demeanor on there. It's more to me like I told y'all, he like a Rock, a Roman, a Cena, a Seth Rollins in a way, but it's more like his presentation. More, you can tell he studies a bunch of Muhammad Ali. I tell BA that, like, that it's the Muhammad Ali type thing of what he's trying to do. But
because he rhymes and all that
yes,
stuff.
He's the real. That's why they say he's the real of what they try to build these guys. So, like, the reason Roman Reigns is popular now is because he changed his character to some cool dude, even though that's not Joe. Joe walks around with the loafers and all on. That's Trick. You don't have to try to make him like that. You feel me? Seth Rollins comes out there in these outfits, literally what Trick had on the other day. Seth Rollins would try to rock that with the SR necklace and all on his neck. It looks weird on Seth Rollins. Trick just came out. He looked like he owned the place with it on. You feel what I'm saying? Who else? John Cena with his verbal thing, like demanding the room and all that. John Cena. Yes, that's what they were trying to talk to him. He was doing the stuff with the mic and all. You can see him putting the mic down and saying, finally, you know, the sexiest man alive out to the crease, playing with the crowd. He was looking at him, and that's what Trick always does. If you watch him in TNA and all, when they booing him and all, with Mike Santana, he playing the guitar on his when they said Trick got whooped and all, he be doing that type of stuff. You play with the crowd. Don't let it. Other people, you can tell it bothers them. It shouldn't bother you. You're an entertainer. Your job is to play on the crowd on what they do and be a professional. Trick has that part. Like, that's why I always saw him like, bro, the wrestling part is not the main part. And that's who you in the ring with. Sammy and Trick gonna put on a banger. He gonna make Trick look good, Sammy, no matter what, because it's Sami Zayn. That's how you put guys. That's how you set guys up. He has what you need. With women, it's a little bit different. You need more in the in-ring ability for women as far as that, because you become what is it, Keone James, whatever her name is, Travis. That's what I was saying to you before.
Kalani.
Kalani James, whatever. Like, you can become a her if you can't wrestle. You got to be able to wrestle. You can't just talk as a woman. You have to show off. It's more of it's because of the sexism and all that stuff. I understand. But that's the way it is. With men, though, 80% of what you do is not even in the ring as far as doing a wrestling match, you know. It's promos, how you carry yourself, your music, you feel me, your intro, all of that checked. When the horns dropped, everybody turned. It was like they knew who that was. It wasn't like oh my gosh, who music is give me anybody music, goddamn, Nia Jax music, come on. Who is that? Who is that? What is going on? They heard them horns. And people start standing up saying, oh, this is Trick Williams. It's time to do this. Turn around.
They feel like it was the national anthem.
Yes, and then started to whoop that Trick. I knew all that stuff was going to go over. I felt like, so he's him, bro. Like the pop, he's a heel. This was his first debut. I've never seen anybody debut no Braun Breaker. You can't show me anybody that debut came off this way where they were this over as a heel. That means at some point I wouldn't now do the turning Trick. Like I would let Trick beat Sammy and then Sammy changes heel from Trick beating Sammy. I wouldn't turn Sammy heel and then like beat Trick. Trick don't need to lose. Like Trick. I told you he's not gonna be a mid-carder. He's not gonna be a mid-carder. Special guys go straight to the top. Pause. Like that's what you do. He's going to fight for the championship. Sheamus wasn't a mid-card at first. He's still trying to get his mid-card championship. You feel me? Stuff happens. And some people go straight for the championship. He's going to be at the top. Now, I would love if him and Melo become cool at some point, him and Lash. But again, I'm not going to go that crazy because I still know it's Triple H and all that stuff.
And we talking years from now too. Like they have.
I hope so.
Years.
Like they got time. They got 10 years to run with this and make money off of this. But I don't know if Triple H is going to make a stable, bro. Because if a black stable come out there, they running it until they break up. It is what it is, and we already know the way it looks and all that stuff. The presentation of how that's why they got rid of your boys when it was the Hurt Lock or whatever the hell it was, Hurt Syndicate, and broke them up and all because it looks too strong, bro. We know how that works. Put the Vision up against Braun Breaker, Javon Evans, Javon Evans. What is it? I'm sorry, Trick Williams, Oba Femi, and throw any other person in there, bro. Put the Vision up against them. Who gonna look like the stronger of the two? We already know. There's no reason to even say it. That's why I'd be afraid that black people can't be in stables because they're going to just run. Then maybe they'll try something. Like I think we at a time right now where the U.S. is going through so much right stuff where with the president and all that stuff with Triple H, if he like Vince would see money and say, I'm gonna play on that then if that's what's going on, maybe to be the oddball and see my fans. Definitely. It don't matter about what I think personally. I'm gonna play on this money though and make it work. It don't matter what's going on. Triple H, I think he's too far right, where it's like he won't even try it. I don't know if he sees the money first or if he sees his personal issue. That's why he did all the stuff as far as being being in the cabinet and all that stuff that's going on now. Like, so I get worried with that. But this dude is star. Like, the only way Triple H can bury Trick Williams is by not allowing him to be on TV. And that's what I was saying all along. Like, to not have him on TV. You put the man on TV, it's over. And that was his first chance. Imagine WrestleMania and all, and we get whooped that Trick. Imagine when they're in France and all, we about to start getting whooped that Trick. And
they still need to redo his music.
As far as the way he come out, how long it take and all that, I think so too. But either that or he got to change
something else, bro.
Go ahead. What you said?
Shout out, you all laugh at this. They need to have shout out to Booker T. They need to have Booker T ad-libs on this intro. Yo, that'll be fire.
I told you.
I said it before though.
Yeah,
I said, but I think they don't want Booker T attached to it though. I said that before. I think I said it last week to Travis. Like, should they just put Booker T on the ad libs and saying like, just having it on there? I don't know. Plus, he's a heel right now. Like, I think everybody keep forgetting that he's a heel. I know he's not gonna be a heel for long, and he's not gonna be like eventually. It's like The Rock, and then remember The Rock. The Rock was a heel. But people were still like, this ain't sing along with The Rock and all that stuff until eventually he became face. And even when he became face, they teased it for a second because then he went right back to the corporation or whatever when he joined Vince McMahon and screwed out Mick Foley and all that in the tournament for the championship and all. This is how I think Trick gonna be. It's already there. They know the people ready to whoop that Trick and go behind him and all. So it's like it's gonna be the buildup of when something happens and he needs the people. They got gold, bro. They got gold. It's about Triple H, how much money he want. Simple as that. But anybody else got anything else? Anything else to say? Before I move on. No. All right, Travis. I would usually ask BA what was that brought to you by, but we don't have them anymore. So again, guys, if you're interested in having any questions or comments answered by the panel, hit us up with the @WTC. We'll answer some of your questions and comments real quick before we end the show, and we'll get straight to that.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the true classic difference for yourself.
Shout out DDP and True Classic. But let's get to the questions in the comments. Reggie, shout out to Cuz. He says, do y'all think they will eventually make Trick Williams world/undisputed champion? I'll go first. Yes. That's a hell yes. I think he might get it by the end of this year. I'm going that far. I know people keep trying to think of that. What's the normal? How you got to take the steps and all. They've been looking for their guy. When you got your guy, you don't got to take the steps, especially past the Austin and them era when that Intercontinental Championship, the IC Championship used to mean something when you had to get that to move on. That doesn't matter anymore. So you don't have to be that anymore. I think Trick is establishing himself as a main eventer, not a mid card guy. So I mean, they can always go back to that now if they want to, but I think he's established that he's going to wrestle for the world championship at some point. Anybody else? No? Okay. I'll keep going. No. Cuz again says Trick came back with the lemon pepper steppers. Facts, bro. The lemon pepper steppers. He also says congrats to the Usos. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that tag team division. There's so many divisions that be trash. There's some divisions that's fire, and then divisions that just be like, what is going on here? Let's see. Cuz also said I want to see Trick with some main roster guys. He feuded with Melo and Oba. In NXT, I wouldn't mind seeing Melo and Trick reunite as a unit and be tag team champions. I would like that down the line, maybe, Charles. I think keep them away right now. I don't want them to be a tag team. I want them to possibly just be friends. You feel like passing stables and stuff like that where they can do stuff, but I don't want them to be a tag team, though. I don't want them to be established as like throw them back like the Usos. I don't want them to be the Usos.
10 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got 10 years.
It's further down the line.
It's they're on the same show and all that stuff. They're gonna run into each other soon, but I just don't want them to be a tag team. Let's see. I read that one. Shout out to Purvis. He said, "What happened to the Street Profits, bro?" Who's your boy? I just said Johnny G, right? He got his own music, got to come out solo and all that stuff. Why they couldn't do that for the Street Profits?
It's still time.
I don't know what's going on with the Profits. It's still time.
It's still time, bro. It is. It's still time, but the new generation coming up and all. And you said Montez, they're gonna Triple H will go back to him and say,
"No, you know what I just thought about though. I know this kind of like wild though. Like if there was to break up the Profits and put Montez and Trick together. I mean, they already been hanging out.
I wouldn't break them up and then have him. I wouldn't break him up and then have him back in a tag team again. But like, well, what was the need for that? Like, I can see a feud with that going on. Montez still technically a face right now, right? You can build him up by having them. Yeah. I don't want to see it's lazy booking. Lazy booking is having all the black people wrestle each other, right? Lazy booking is the U.S. Champion Challenge, where it's like that's just an easy way to do stuff instead of actually doing it a little bit, though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's late. I do want to see Trick. Like I would love to see Trick wrestle with Montez and all. It should be cool, but it shouldn't just be them wrestling each other because they black. You feel me? Like, oh, they black guys, so just have them showcase. No, I want to see Trick be some of the white guys too. Like Trick will eventually lose and all that as well, but I want to see him be some of the top. I would like to see Trick beat a Randy Orton at some point or something like that, a Cody Rhodes. You feel me? Like let's see Trick beat those guys as well. So that's how I feel about that. But and Trick said, I said Trick. I'm sorry, cuz said last if Trick don't win the Rumble, he is either going to be runner up or one of the final four. I do think he'll be one of the final four. I'm gonna cross my fingers on that. I don't think he'll be. You say one of the final six. I heard he might be. They might make him the Iron Survivor.
I'll say 10 just to be on the safe side.
They might make him the Iron Survivor though, like the guy that stay in there the longest.
The longest one in.
Yeah, like they may do that as far as building this character.
He might break the record, like being there for like over an hour.
Yeah, for like whatever the length is. Yeah, like that may make him do that. So I don't know, but if they make him, I'm gonna keep it real with you. if he is Final Four, I've seen enough. They're gonna put the rocket on him as well. If they make him because you know what that Final Four mean. So
that's what I'm saying. Like if he could be in an elimination chamber, if you get.
I think Oba might be Final Four though. I think Oba gonna be Final Four. I think it does more for Oba to be Final Four already because of his character, him being a monster and all. I think he should be the Final Four. Yeah, like I think they have no. I think now I think Triple H stuck on how you're gonna bring in Oba. I know we a little off topic, but it's difficult because now who is Oba gonna go against?
Well, now I said this in the joint. The Undertaker was sent into WWE to take care of the Giants, the monsters, all those guys. Undertaker buried them all. So when you have the Damian Priests of the world, the Talatongas, the Eric Rowans and stuff, it's one guy for them all, and I think that's who's going to.
So we make Oba heel.
Just making a ruler.
Okay, I got you.
You know,
so,
just
like
Brock
Lesnar, just anybody I go through and all that stuff.
I am who I am.
But then, wouldn't at the beginning
Like,
though,
Fanatics got to go through him.
Yes, not to go against your word, just play a little bit of devil's advocate in a way. Don't usually at the beginning though. They usually establish you as something though. Like you gotta have that. You think he gonna come out and go face to face with Damian Priest to be like, ain't they gonna kind of boo him? You feel me? Saying like.
They're gonna, if anything, they might boo Priest.
Boo Damian Priest. Okay, so you saying just come out and just dang.
He already has the face love when he showcases talents against Cody and Drew effed it up.
Yeah, he's the Cody ear still fucked up from that, but from Oba. But I can see Talatonga, but I really don't. I don't want Oba on the same show as Trick. I think that's lazy booking, but I don't think Triple H got the balls to do that.
I don't think they're gonna cross paths like that though.
So you think they're gonna? How they gonna not cross paths if they going SmackDown? How this gonna work with they? How they not gonna cross paths? I'm thinking like, how can you do that if they both on the same show?
Now, okay, so let's say Carmelo, right? I know he had his initial run-in with Cody. He hasn't talked to Cody since.
Facts.
Completely.
Yeah, it was a minute though.
And we got 3 hours to fill in. So I mean, I will. They might have bathroom, like hey, you gonna take care of your business now, take care of my, that type of thing. But they don't necessarily have to fight each other no time soon.
Yes, but my thing is I don't feel like Trick. So Oba, I don't think Oba. They aren't the type of guys where you're going to sit and wait. I don't think you should. Like I think they move. So that's my thing. I always said with Melo. Melo don't have the look of a heavyweight champion. So there's no knock for Melo. He's just small. He's a guy where it's an accomplishment. It's like, oh my gosh, if he wins the belt, it's going to be, my gosh, Melo finally got over the hurdle. He won the championship. That's going to be the Melo's because of his size. It just is what it is. Oba and them not the same size as Melo. Like Oba and them talking to Cody establishes him as he's a world championship dude. That's why the same thing with Trick and them. Sami Zayn is a world championship enhancer. You feel? I told y'all that long time. He is the ultimate main event jobber. He's when you want to be in a main event and you need somebody to lose, you throw Sami Zayn in there saying, there you go, Sami. He done talked to Cody and to Sami. Like, I don't think you go back from that. They're building something up to that. Oba, I think they're going to build something up to that as well. I don't think you didn't throw Oba back and say, well, now you fight for the IC belt. If I'm saying to you, like, we do this and we're going to that.
What did he do with Taker?
Taker won the title. Yeah, he won the title right off the top.
Oba can still win the title.
I'm with you. I didn't say Oba. I said Melo with that. Oba should win the title. That's what I'm saying with you. Oba should.
Oh, Melo.
I'm with you.
Yeah, Melo.
You brought up the Melo thing before about Melo talked to. You said Melo talked to Cody and all before, and then he never talked to him again. I'm like, well, Melo is
as in just separating. Like, I'm not talking to you. I'm not having no interactions, run-ins. It could be anybody else. I was just saying, like, besides that 1 inch backstage with Damian Priest and Melo, you really haven't seen them like interact with each other. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I got you.
With 3 hours, you can kind of separate guys amongst their own path without them interacting.
And I guess my last question for you: you think there's enough talent to keep them away from each other? There on SmackDown. I think that was my last one. You think there's enough in the heavyweight division that keeps? That's what I'm worried about with Oba and Trick. Can they can stay away from each other, both being in the main event?
No,
that's what I get worried about.
It might be inevitable. but I think Oba wins the title first.
Okay. Maybe not. Maybe because Trick a heel. It depends. We got to see. I got to see how. I need to see how this develops as far as the Trick organic like crowd reaction. Trick's not Jey Uso. Trick looks more the part. He talks more than Jey Uso. If this whoop that Trick gets, and that was the first one, if it keeps becoming something where he's a heel, bro, this dude gonna win the title soon. That's how I feel about it. Like I'm just thinking about the small stuff. He's a heel. It's not Jey Uso. He wasn't a heel. This dude is a heel getting all this stuff on his first thing. So, and people didn't know about him. Think about it. Half the crowd probably didn't watch NXT. It was like, who the hell everybody saying whoop that Trick for and all that stuff? What is this?
You know what I'm afraid of? Since you're having potential fears, Brock Lesnar and John Cena. Brock Lesnar came out winning titles and was dominant. Cena had the crowd. Cena, once he changed it to Thugonomics, you can't tell me he wasn't getting the same amount of applause as Trick is. Like, it was.
But that's what Cena became that guy though.
But he never was that guy over Brock.
Shit, he is over Brock still. You mean as far as wrestling, like they're one-on-one?
Stay with me now. Like 2006, like throughout he had to change the Thugonomics gimmick and then become hustle, loyalty, respect. And he still. You don't
feel like when Cena was beat, what's his name, JBL, that he wasn't like the most popular guy in wrestling at that point?
He didn't have
when they changed it from a heel when he was doing a rapping and all that stuff, and he won the title. I feel like Cena was the guy at that point.
Yeah, that was his moment.
Brock was still wrestling about to leave, wasn't he? When he just about to leave,
that was doing stuff. Wasn't that the same WrestleMania when Brock fought Goldberg?
Yeah, I think Brock was. That is the same WrestleMania. That is when he did Cena and Brock was leaving. Yeah, Brock was going to win that match.
That was Cena taking his reign. They had already started to do different things with Brock.
But Brock,
see what I'm saying?
Yes, but Brock was supposed to. Well, I'm saying that match was going to happen either way, and Cena was still going to be crowned the champion at the end of the night.
I feel you. So what I'm saying is, at that point in time, Brock had already had a title reign, a lengthy title reign.
Yes.
So and Cena had to wait.
But Cena wasn't Cena yet. Remember, Cena started off as damn near the prototype. Then he had to be Vanilla Ice backstage. You know, he was still building his character. Cena wasn't Cena wasn't John Cena when he first started. John Cena reception with Kurt Angle was crickets.
No, I'm not talking about that part. Yeah,
I know you're not talking about that. I'm saying, but he had to jump. Remember, go from net to the guy that he's about to get fired. When he had to do the thing on Halloween with the Vanilla Ice and all that stuff, which kind of changes his character because he was a heel at that point. He had to do development while Brock had already came. Brock was the next big thing out the door. Like he was, they just put him with Paul Heyman and said, "Bro, you big as hell. Put black trunks on, stop wearing his red and all that stuff, and you only got talk. Just go." He was injuring people. Remember, Brock was still green, powerbombing dudes in their neck and all that stuff like that. It just was the look.
And what I'm saying is, now we fast forward to 2026. Trick is goated from jump, right? But we seen Oba. People like Oba. People saw Oba destroy Cody already. It's not a what if with Trick. Trick is a what if because he just hasn't done it yet. We know that he's gonna whoop his ass eventually, but he hasn't done it.
As far as wrestling, right?
Oba.
You're talking as far as wrestling match. So yes. Okay, I don't think wrestling matters as much to me. That's what I'm saying. Like John Cena wasn't seen as a great wrestler coming in the door. Neither was like a Roman Reigns coming into the door. They had to develop the other part. The part that make Roman Reigns and John Cena the greatness is that they made their character where they can talk and interact with the crowd. When Roman Reigns couldn't do that, that's when they were booing him. When John Cena wasn't doing that, that's when he was getting crickets. Trick already has it. What I'm the only part I'm saying to you, and I'm not disagreeing. I'm agreeing with you.
It's a phenom throughout that whole time.
Yes, but Trick already has the Trick Ovation was bigger than Oba's. I'll go that far. Trick Ovation, he didn't wrestle yet. He's a heel. That was bigger than his. And I'm just trying to make it like he has, and we have it. If you've seen that already and we haven't seen it, you think it's gonna get worse, or it's gonna get the reaction gonna get better?
It can get bigger. He can have the reaction, but we've seen Oba still might have first dibs at that title.
He might.
And have
both of
them
gonna win the title. That's what I'm saying. I'm not like, it's not even an argument.
Eventually,
one of them gonna get it first. Yes,
eventually, and they're gonna have to see each other.
That should be crown jewel. Remember, I said that before. That's why I want Oba on Raw. That's a crown jewel match. That's a crown jewel match that everybody actually would care about.
It would be, and I just don't. Why have him have that little mini feud with Drew? Like why even have that? Why even have him fight Cody? Maybe they didn't know what they had in Trick.
Yeah, because I don't. So I think the Trick thing was on purpose. Remember how we were all sitting there? Well, where the hell is Trick and all that stuff? They didn't bring up Oba in them because they were going to bring up Trick first. So it was like, get him out your mind. They like to do that. That's why I was saying, I hope it is that. Get him. He out of sight, out of mind. You're not worried about Trick. Leave him alone. What's going on? You wondering. They showcased them guys because they weren't coming up yet. They didn't want to showcase Trick because Trick was basically the next week of being, I'm here or whatever like that. Like, if it's his time. I think now with the Oba thing, I'm telling Oba can't be against the Vision right away. Like they have a storyline already going. Like Sami Zayn was perfect with Trick because Sami didn't have anything going on. Like it was like, damn, I forgot about Sami until just then. I'm like, damn.
I thought he was injured for a second.
They were like, Cuz was like, when you bring him out. Yep, and Cuz was saying, hey, when does Trick come back out? And Sami came back out. I'm like, damn, Sami Zayn with this again. I'm like, bring him out right now. This is the time to have him talk right now. You feel me? Because I don't want to hear this shit. Shut him up. And here we go.
When does Oba premiere?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying to you. So if you put him on SmackDown, I'm thinking the guys he can go against, like a Drew McIntyre, obviously. Does Drew beat Cody and you bring up Oba on SmackDown? Does if Cody beats Drew, does Drew after losing and being destroyed all 2025, then losing this whole like KO feud to what's his name? Cody Rhodes, where you've been losing, just keep losing. You think gonna put over Oba? Like I'm like, damn, Drew, are you done? Like you feel me? Like that's you done. If you're gonna do all that, like when do you win? Do you ever win anymore? Are you now a loser? That's why I'm like, I don't know what Oba does now, because who do you bring him up against? A Tala Tonga? You put him against them?
That's why that was the first thing
But they involved with the Wyatt
see that or the title. See that or the title.
So is he going to stay down there? Does he lose on Tuesday and just stay in NXT for a little bit longer? Like he's just being teased?
Why I don't need vignettes then?
That's what I don't know what they're doing, and I think they're a little confused. That's my thing. I think they are a little confused. They don't know. Javon is just doing whatever. He just show up on the TV screen, Javon. Yeah. You can do whatever you want to do. It's gonna pop for you. You're gonna go have a match or whatever. That's Javon.
This ain't his fight.
Yeah, he's not really fighting yet. He's the undercard. Yeah. You feel me? Like we seeing him. Yeah. They're getting introduced for the main bout and all that stuff now. Like, and I'm like, I don't know how you introduce Oba. Who? Braun Breaker already? Do you go that far? Are we going Braun Breaker Oba like to lead the year as the feud? Then you got to get Roman back, right?
Then that's not believable because obviously Oba Femi would beat Braun's ass.
Yep. Then you got Roman. Roman about to return.
And then that will destroy the whole.
Yeah, you got to have some. The thing is, if Oba's going to be this force like a damn I can't think Brock Lesnar, god damn, because there's too many buzz. But yeah, if you're gonna build him like that, then he gotta be infallible, basically. He gotta be a Goldberg, like nobody can beat him. He gotta be a you about to do a match against Obi, you gonna lose type shit.
The only thing about Braun Breaker, but then hurts his character, because I think you want Braun Breaker to be a tough guy that eventually leaves the Vision because he doesn't really need the Vision. I was going to say you can have the Vision help out Braun Breaker, but that doesn't help out Braun Breaker then. You feel what I'm saying? Like that makes Braun look weaker than as far as, damn, you need to help Braun Breaker. Why are you the champion? Then you found me. So I don't know what they're going to do, but the lazy way is to get him involved with Trick. That's the late, and I get scared that that's what's going to happen, bro. That's lazy.
That would be the laziest, but that would be exactly what they would do, though. But that is what they would do, though. because
He
at the
should be
point
on
they're in
Raw.
a stalemate mentally about where they should go with the shit.
Really, Trick should have
Like
been
they're at
on
a
Raw.
stalemate.
Really, Trick should have been on
Trick
Raw.
should
I
have been on
really
Raw.
thought, but I'd rather, the truth of the matter, Lash was on SmackDown, and I'd rather see him with that championship. I ain't gonna lie. Any person, I think that's the real championship. Maybe I'm old school, or whatever like that. That's the belt. That's the WWE belt, the one that you want, and you like. Damn, I do this. Booker T never had that belt. You feel what I'm saying? I wish he did have that belt. He won the world championship. That's extension of the WCW and all that stuff. I would love to see Trick with that belt on, but that belt is on SmackDown. So that's why, hey, being on SmackDown, you can get that belt. I don't know, man. They got work to do with the Oba thing.
We gonna have a fun year. I'll say that.
Yeah,
This
this year should be very black. It should be very black. Now, if it's not very black, then Triple H probably has failed. And that's not even because I'm black. It's partially because I'm black, but I really think, I'm telling you, because of the black people will have this company being a success right now. They need these black folks that are out there. They're grinding. The guys that made NXT and all that we worried about. They should be the future of the company to help these guys out. It ain't just because they're black. It's still, I still want my Randys and all that stuff.
Everybody's been injured. It's been boring.
Yeah, like you just need more
All the black
talent.
people
And
are
these black
gone,
guys
so it's
can
boring
help.
right now.
So let's go get it done. Let these guys run the company, but this is a big decision. This Oba Femi landing is going to change everything, bro. I'm hoping he goes to Raw, like I said, because they don't have, because Roman not even regular on Raw. They have no regular dude on Raw. They're guys. That's why they gave it to CM Punk. Because who else? Seth Rollins not there. No Roman Reigns regularly. Brock Lesnar not there. It's just Braun Breaker in them. Division.
No LA Knight.
Oh man, get out of here, Jey Uso. But that's
All
it.
right. Anyways, though, okay.
But
All right, on that note, guys. All right,
Yep,
thank you, Travis. Way to do that.
LA Knight about that. I told you, AEW bound. Wait for that picture. I'm gonna make a fake one, Travis, for you. That is AEW bound. That picture, black, just for you, man. Javon said, "Shout out to Javon."
Hey, what you doing? What you doing?
He said, "No." He said, "Will Trick be the one to take the U.S. title off of Melo?" I told y'all, people keep thinking too small with Trick. They like, nah. And I know that blacks and the whole mindset of a black person. I get that. I do it as well.
Get it out the mud.
But this is somebody got to be that person, and I think we found our guy. That's how I feel. Our guy that's going to be the next possible movie star dude, and all of that. After that, I think this is him. Now the issue is, does Triple H see green? Will he see green in there and say, "Bro, it's about green. I don't even care about this. You gonna make me money?" We'll see. That's the question now, Javon. But I don't think he'll be the one to take the title for Melo. I think that's, like I said, that's easy booking, and that's just giving Trick a title for no reason to destroy Melo. No. And then Rel the building, this guy. I don't know who that guy is with some eyes, but that's
a real creep status, man.
Yeah, creepy, man. creepy creep. But that's it, y'all. Thank y'all again, man. Another episode. I know it ended up being over an hour and a half. Incredible. Appreciate y'all, man. Good show as always. Appreciate my co-host Queen
And
Travis.
I didn't drop out one time.
Nah,
That's
you
a
actually
fact.
had good connection, man. I don't know what happened today. You paid your bill, baby. That's what I'm talking about. But if you didn't know
I
already,
didn't realize that.
hit the subscribe button down there. See, we got Trick here. Things changed. We got a new year, new era. We're in the whoop that era. But hit the subscribe button somewhere near BA's left shoulder. Also hit that like button while you're at it. Oh man, that's my guy though. I ain't mad at you. BA, hit the like button while you're at it. Hit the notification bell as well to be notified of when we drop stuff like this. Share this to anybody else that you know that may love WWE content or wrestling content in general. We also show combat sports like UFC and boxing at times when the major events going on. Follow all our socials under our names and in the description as well. We definitely have a Discord where you only have to be a subscriber of the channel. Just say that you're a subscriber approved. Come over there, say hi to the bunch, and you can watch or be a part of the watch parties where we watch all WWE events. So come on over there, say what's up. We do not bite. We talk, interact, all that type of stuff. Have fun with us. Also, while you're at it, before we get off of here, follow my guy BA along with the rest of the 695 crew, Larry and Calvin, on Get Off the Damn Fence, where they talk about all things, but mainly sports. They do their shows Wednesday evenings. You want to check these guys out, my guys. They're still trying to get their subscribers up over there. Also, follow my guy BA again with Rel. that guy, whoever he was, Big J and Will as well on Cuz We Geek, where they talk about all things in geek culture and movies and television. They just had a show yesterday about what was it?
Correct.
Wonder Man, right? When they
Correct.
said it? Yes,
January
about Wonder Man.
27th, man. I need everybody to go watch that, man.
Yeah, so
Shout out to the black man.
yeah, I don't think that's going to be a successful, in my opinion, but that's for different reasons, not because I don't think it'd be good, but we'll see. Hopefully, we can do
Yeah,
that.
I'm
We
not
can
gonna
make it
lie. I
different.
mix him up with Jonathan Majors. I thought him and Jonathan Majors were the same person until I saw your show, and I was like, wait a second, that's not Jonathan Majors.
She
But
sounds
yeah,
like
two
I thought it
different
was the
dudes.
same
talking about we
dude.
all look alike and all
My
that.
bad,
Jeez.
y'all.
Mm.
We all look alike ass bitch, and
No,
I'm
that's a
sorry.
messed up
Yo,
But,
but I did
Bullshit,
think
boy.
that
I
was
tell you,
him though.
bullshit.
But
Also,
yo, but that's what I was gonna say that Trick Williams could be like earlier. Was I was gonna say he could be like a Jonathan Majors or something like that. Like he got the physique and all that stuff. Like y'all canceling Jonathan Majors. Go
he'll
give
do
my other
movies and
man
all.
a job or something.
He'll eventually do movies and all. But also
Street Fighter
lastly,
3.
sheesh. Lastly, I see what you did there. Kind of like Expendables
One of the best
and all.
interactive shows on the internet right now.
Kind of like the Expendables and all that stuff, though, bro. Like by part 3, it'll be Trick Williams on there. Street Fighter, like part 3, including Trick Williams
Hey,
playing
man,
DJ or
the
something like
Marine
that.
took a lot of guys to some movies, man.
You're right, but damn, you Miz, John Cena, forgetting, but like what
Randy.
happened? But yep, Randy. No, Randy was 12 rounds.
I thought that was 12 rounds.
Ah,
Though.
Yeah, he
my
was
bad.
12
Him and
rounds.
Dean, him
He was
and
12
Dean
rounds
was
with
12 rounds.
Dean Ambrose
Same shit.
and Steve Austin, right? One of Steve Austin too. 12 rounds.
Yeah.
I saw that in the movie
Steve was
theater.
just the
That's
the
embarrassing.
one that
No, it's
sat there
Condemned.
was
That is Condemned. Who did 12 rounds part 1? That was Cena.
Yeah,
Cena did 12 rounds part 1.
I
Then
know it was
Randy
Cena and
Yeah,
they
then Randy
Dean.
Orton, then Dean Ambrose. I think it was
Your
Randy.
show,
Then Dean
Captain
Ambrose.
Crap.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get to that BA.
you
Travis
sure?
trying to tell me about
You
this
sure
Dean Ambrose.
Cena did it?
It could be
did
the
it
opposite way.
Yeah.
Cena did it first. Cena was 12 rounds, yes. But follow myself and Rel if you like
Yeah,
NBA
discuss this
content.
off the show. Yeah, y'all
Or Captain Crown and all that stuff. Follow us over there if you like new school, old school. We have watch-alongs as well in our Discord for NBA games where we do recaps. We talk about things like ESPN, have different type of debate shows and all. Come on over there. Check us out. We try and get to our new subscriber goals as well. Lastly, again, follow us on We Talk Combat Clips again. If you want the condensed versions of the show, I will have the shorts up starting tomorrow, and they'll show all week, every day. Other than that, we appreciate you guys so much. Like I say, follow us, man. Share this, like, subscribe so that folks will know. Other folks will know we do this type of content for you guys. But other than that, man, for Queen, Travis, BA, this is King. This is We Talk Combat. So we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. We are the best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is on YouTube and anywhere else. Shout out to the folks on the podcast listening on Spotify and all that as well. We appreciate you guys so much. We'll be back here next Sunday, same combat sports time, same combat sports channel. And we out, y'all. Peace.